Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, we are going to see one more hook which is useMemo. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing so you won't miss any future content. Now let's start the video. Yes, so let's see about what is useMemo hook in reactjs. Okay, what exactly useMemo is actually it will going to catch our value. Okay, whatever changes we are doing inside our component, it will going to catch it and make sure that the component should not re-render. Okay, it's a one of a good method to optimize it, but again useMemo and use callback, both of them are similar in a way. It is similar. We use both of them to optimize our component so that it should not re-render whenever it is not needed, basically. Okay, and whenever we are using useMemo or use callback, we have to make sure that we know that here it is going to re-render the component which is not required, and then only we have to use it. Okay, or else we should not use these two things. Okay, and again the other thing which I want to say is from React 19, which is going to I think launch, or it's already been launched. Inside that, we don't need to worry about using useMemo and use callback, because React compiler, it is going to be introduced, which will automatically going to do this work for us, catching our state and make sure that the component should not re-render whenever it is not needed. Okay, so now we are going to see useMemo to help us in the, like, if someone asks us question in an interview call or something. So that's the reason we are going to see what exactly useMemo and how we can use it. But again, when the React compiler will come, which is React 19, we don't need to use it because it automatically or by default it will handle these scenarios. Okay, so let's create a component. Let me comment on this one. Let's go to src component hook. Inside that, I'll say memo 1. Okay, because memo is also some keyword, we can't use that. That's why I'm saying memo 1. Okay, so rfce, and it will create us this particular thing. Okay, now what exactly I want to do is I will have one state, okay, which is current date comma set, or I'll say select date. Okay, comma set select date. I want to create a state which will have a date. Okay, I want to select a date and I want to add it inside our state. Okay, and the initial value will be new date. Okay, so it will make sure the initial date will be the current date. Okay, that's how it will be. And here let it be like this. Let's import it first. Okay, in our main component app, which is memo 1. Let's close it. Let's go back to the component here. Let me refresh, and we can see memo 1 component is coming here. Okay, so let's see. First, let's have an input tag here, and the type, I'll take it as a date. Okay, we have a date type, right? That I can take so that we can see the date calendar over here. Okay, now what I'll do is here I'll have value, which is selected date, and I'll have on change event, which will going to change the value of the selected date. Okay, this one, control C, and here e dot target dot value. Okay, this is how it is. Now what will happen if I console is, it will going to give us the selected date. Okay, let me refresh again. You can see the current time and the date is coming. Let me refresh. Let me change the date, something like this. It's giving the date to us. Okay, so let me go up little bit and let me click Jan and 16, and it's giving us the date. So basically I am able to like have the dates over here. Okay, now what exactly I want to do is I want to create a use effect which will going to calculate the age of a person, or whatever date you selected from this, it will tell us the age. Okay, basically age calculator we are going to do it. So let's do it. Yes, so here what we can do is we can just remove this, and outside of this let's create a function. Okay, and which will be the age calculator. Okay, and inside this what I'll do is I'll take selected date. Okay, and let's take the current date first. Okay, current date equal to new date. So it will return as current date, and we have to create one more object which is dt equal to new date, and which will have our selected date. Okay, whatever selected date will come, we are going to provide it here and show, so that it will create a object, date object of the selected date. Okay, and then I'll say let age equal to current date dot get full year minus dt dot get full year. So what exactly we are doing here is we are just calculating a, we are making a age calculator which will just minus the selected year from the current year and return the age. Okay, so return age. Okay, that's it. And this we can call it wherever we want. If we want to call it in the paragraph, or let's call for now here value equal to this, and inside that I will provide selected date. Okay, you can call this inside a paragraph as well, that's up to you. I'm just calling here for showcasing you that. Okay, and I will have value here. Okay, and after that let's go back to our project and let's refresh. And right now you see 0 is coming because current date right now it's 0, the initial data is also sorry, the current date is 2024 and initial date is also 2024, that's why it's giving 0. So let's say try to select any other date, let's say 2021 and 8, and it's saying 3. Okay, right now it is fine. Okay, but the where is the problem, where we are having the problem, and because of that problem we have to catch this value. Okay, catch is nothing but we have to put in the cache. Okay, so let me create one more input text box. Okay, I'll say type as text, and let me create a state for it. Okay, so I'll say text comma set text equal to use state, and it will be empty. Okay, and here let's have value equal to text, and on change I'll say e and set text. Okay, e dot target dot value. Okay, I'm doing little fast because these things I'm hoping that you already know from the last videos, that's the reason. Okay, let me go back, let me refresh again, and here you can see this is our text box, this is our date. Okay, let's calculate the age again, 2021 and some date, and 3 is coming. Okay, now what I will do is I will write something here. See, icubecode. I return this thing and our component re-render 9 times, and so that this function is calling 9 times. Let me show you how. So I'll have start, okay, and a end method. Okay, start and end. That's it. Let me refresh again. So here you see, let me just go up, select some value here. So you can see start and end came. Okay, this many times it came. This is the previous value, but here start, end, 3. Let me clear it. Okay, let me write something inside this, and again you see how we are getting it. Okay, I written one time, and again I am starting writing things, and you see these many times this particular function is calling. That should not call, because we are not changing the date. If we don't change the date, this function should not call. Okay, this condition should be there, but we can't do this. Okay, we can't do that. Okay, how we have to do, we have to catch our we have to put our selected date into cache, so that it should compare the current value and the previous value. If it is not same, it should not re-render. That we can achieve using useMemo. Let's see how we can do that. Okay, so let's import useMemo here. Okay, and what we will going to do here is we'll cut it for now, and here we'll say useMemo. Okay, and it's a function or hook, and inside it will have a callback function and comma a dependency array. Okay, and here enter will say return. Okay, and this function. Okay, because we have to return it. Okay, it's not that it will directly return the value. We have to return this thing, whatever value it comes from here, it will return it and it will add to the value. Okay, and the dependency array will be the selected date. So what exactly in these 3 lines we are saying is, whenever selected date is changed, then only do the operation of age calculation, or else don't do anything. Okay, that's we are saying. So let's go back, let's see again how exactly the things are happening. So let me change the date, let me clear the console first, and let me change the date. Okay, July and this thing. So right now we have changed the date. Okay, why this came 2 times? Because it was selected the first date. Like, let me select March first. You will observe first thing. Okay, let me clear it again. I'll say March. Okay, if I select March, it is already selected 8 as a date. That's why it's given that. If I change the date, it is giving again. So it means I have changed the date. It's rendered 2 times. That is fine. Okay, Now let me clear it. Now if I write something inside it, it should not give us the start and end and the date, because we are not going to re-render, because we are already written the code use memo to catch our value. Whenever the selected date is changed, then only they should calculate the age we are saying, not on the text, which is the use state. Okay, let's try this. I'll say uq. Okay, so now you see it's giving 9 times 3. It is re-render our component 9 times, but it is not calling this function anymore. The reason is because use memo we have used, and this selected date, whenever the selected date is changed, then only we are saying call this function, or else don't do it. This value will be, like this console will be called, because it's outside of this use memo. That's the reason it is showing 3 here. But that's not the point. Point is we are able to achieve this, that our function is only being called whenever the date is changed, not any other thing. So this is how we can use memo in reactjs. So you have to make sure your scenarios, when you have to call such like such hooks, like use effect, sorry, use memo or use callback. Okay, use callback is one of the function. I not sure I will going to show this into this series or not, but use memo, this is how we can work with it, and this is how we can make our value into, we can make our value cache, so that it should not forget it. It should compare with the previous value, and then only it should run this particular function. Okay, so this is how we can use memo inside the react component. Yes, so this is about use memo in react.js. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing and give it a like. I'll be back with more content in the next video. Thank you.